Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Thursday. I wanted to hop on live and just kind of get everybody excited and let everybody know what has been going on in my world lately and the salon world. And I just have so much to share with you guys. So as of right now, as you guys saw yesterday on my personal Facebook page, and I've been posting on here on my stories and on just the regular page almost every single day, keeping track of what's going on with our local governments, trying to see when I'm going to be able to open up my salon suite again to let you guys in for services. So I did find out that yesterday, as of last night, the governor did approve the pushing forward for the phase 2 plan. As of right now, though, we are currently not open as a salon. We are waiting for the pilot program to jump into phase 3 here in San Diego because everybody has done such an amazing job to get our numbers super declined fast enough and healthy enough that we are able to, as a county, be able to move into the next step. So we are still currently waiting for state approval on that. And when that goes into effect, I will be letting everybody know as soon as I know. Because I am just so excited. I'm so anxious and I want to get back to work and just get back to doing what I love and be happy again knowing that I get to see you guys. So with that being said, I did put out a statement letter, I believe it was yesterday. I put it on my Facebook page. I believe I put it on here. I will post it up again, but what this is going to have with it is just some new practices that I'm going to implement into the salon suite to ensure everybody's safety as well as my own. And a couple extra little tidbits of information that I want to give you guys going forward. So first things first is I am going to be disinfecting and sanitizing way more than I've already been instructed to do so. As you guys know, I do, as a, state board licensee, I am supposed to follow certain regulations, and California guidelines, to even operate my business. So I do have to have a, cosmetology license that shows, through the service practices that I do understand the proper sanitation and the proper, treatments. On top of that, as a business owner and as a salon suite owner, I do have to have an establishment's license as well. That means that my establishment is state board regulated and it has to have that in order for me to even have my doors open to welcome you guys in. So those are two things that I've obviously already done. We're just going to ramp up that disinfection and the sanitation, making sure that everything is clean before and after each appointment. And a couple things to kind of help with that I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on is there will be no more magazines, no more like communal type things like that where, COVID can potentially be spread from. We are going to hold off right now on, drinks and food in the suite. That's a really tough one because I know that a lot of you guys love to come in and have coffee with me, and those kinds of things, but I'm going to ask for the time being that those things be kept out of the suite, and I will do my part as well to make sure that those things are kept out too. And that does really, bum me out, but at the same time, we have to be safe. So I am going to be doing that. And I just, I love Starbucks. I know you guys love it too, but yeah, please, I'm so sorry, but just keep it in the car. I can't have it in the suite for right now. Another thing that I'm going to be doing on the lines of disinfection is I'm going to be implementing more of contactless pay. So if you guys don't know what that means, obviously we all love to have cash and checks, but we're going to be doing a lot more Venmo, a lot more Apple Pay, and obviously still using the Square devices, just trying to, keep it as best as we can to have that zero contact. It is difficult, but I do have other applications. So if you guys don't have Venmo, you don't have Apple Pay, I also do accept PayPal and I have Cash App. I've got Zelle. I mean, we're going down the list of everything I can do to try and keep you guys safe. So I will be opening all of those up just to make sure that everybody's covered. I don't want anyone feeling left out with that. So that's going to be another thing. Also, when it comes to new practices, so this is kind of a tough one. I know everybody has their own opinions on it, but a facial covering will be required to even enter the building. So that is going to mean for me as well as you. I definitely still plan on, when I'm allowed to reopen, doing color services. But unfortunately, those masks do have to stay on during that time. So that could mean that maybe we need to look into some disposable ones. I know my Salon Suite group, we have talked to the owner of our building, and he has contacted the My Salon Suite corporate, where, we might be able to try and get some sort of PPE, for us directly to kind of distribute. However, that is an extra cost for us as business owners, which I do feel like it is our responsibility to provide you a safe atmosphere. So if you would like to bring one on your own, that's fine. I do ask that it try to be something that goes around your ears instead of your entire head, for the purposes of coloring and those types of things. But if you do not have one at the door, unfortunately, if you guys are refusing, which I don't think any of you will, I will have to ask you to either reschedule your appointment or to leave until you can provide one for yourself. I will be buying some extra just to keep, just in case, in the event of you show up, you don't have one, or you're like, oops, I forgot. I will have those available for you, but there will be an upcharge for them, and we can just tack that on to your total service. Obviously, it's not going to be anything super ridiculous, but it is going to be an extra cost. So if I'm willing to accommodate you, I just please ask that you accommodate me. And then we can all be safe and we can all enjoy our services together. So that one's going to be a big one. Also, I know this is like super hard, but we have to try and refrain from touching or hugging or handshaking, those kinds of things. And you guys kind of know, I'm not the biggest hugger in the world, but I do love you guys and I do care for you. And so, we're going to try and implement as best as we can, to have that no contact. So if that means that, while you are processing with color, if I do need to take a step out of the suite, and, practice that social distancing of 6 feet, then that is something I will do. And obviously, we can still try and talk and things like that, but those facial coverings are, going to be a regulation, and they will have to remain on the entire service from start to finish, from when you say hello to when you say goodbye. So we're just trying to be as best as we can. It's going to be new. It's going to be something kind of, different to navigate, but I have a feeling that you guys are pretty awesome and you guys are willing to work with me on that, and everybody so far has been pretty respectful. Kind of hinting on that, so I'm going to talk a little bit about, just as a whole, what we've decided is a My Salon Suite building to implement. So when you guys do come for your appointment, there will not be a lobby waiting area. You guys will be instructed to wait outside of the building until I contact you personally, or your personal stylist contacts you, and tells you to meet them at the front door. At that time, we will be checking for your PPE. Some girls, not everybody, I might implement it, are going to be doing the temperature checks, and it might actually be one of our, qualifications that we're going to have to follow. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't have any information on that as of right now. But I do think it's just an extra step for that safety. So I will be personally performing the temperature checks, on my clients when they come in. And then just asking a couple questions, basic health questions, to ensure your safety as well as mine. So, making sure that in the last 14 days, have you had any symptoms of COVID? Have you had a fever? Just kind of all those basic little things that they ask you. Same thing if you're going to the dentist or, those kinds of things. So, just please be respectful. I know it's difficult. So for your appointments, I am asking anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. Please arrive early. Just don't come into the Salon Suite building because that will be invading somebody else's time and we don't want anybody getting in trouble. So, also too, I know it happens we're just going to be real about it. Sometimes people are running behind. Unfortunately, due to the limited availability, if you're running more than 5 to 10 minutes behind, not only will you now be invading that client's time after you, but I do have to implement a disinfection period in between my appointments. So I am asking that if you're one of those types of people that runs behind, to please like set a timer, do something so that you can get there on time, even a couple minutes early, so we can make sure to do that wellness check and make sure that everything is running smoothly. So as far as the disinfection period, so after every client, after you exit, I will be disinfecting the entire suite. So that will be based off the length of time of the appointment prior. So sometimes with color, we're there a little bit longer, which means a little bit more of the prolonged exposure. So I will be, taking up to 30 minutes to really disinfect everything, making sure everything is thrown in the wash that can be thrown in the wash, and that we're just really being safe that way. So with that being said, I also went out, I bought new towels. I also bought some new capes, and some new combs, and just a bunch of things that I can use, per person, per client, tuck it away, make sure it's in a safe place. And at the end of the day, everything gets disinfected and nobody is being reused for anything, including the capes, including the towels, all of that. So, just trying to do little things here and there that I can to make you guys feel more comfortable. Also, for your appointment, it is going to be a one-on-one only. That means me and you and nobody else. I have to be a stickler on this. I know some of you guys like to come with your friends. Some of you bring your kids. Oftentimes I have been known to double book. That will not be happening. At least until further notice, until I get more info and, the state gets more info. So it is, please, I'm sorry, I hate to be a jerk about it. But if you, have to bring your kids with you, we're going to have to reschedule. If you refuse to come alone, then you're going to have to wait until it is safe enough to have another person in our distance. So that's just something that I have to implement and I have to be strict on. It means nothing personally. I love all of you. I love your kids. I love your friends. I love double booking because I feel like it, creates this atmosphere of everybody gets to know each other. But unfortunately, that's just not going to happen right now. And then kind of hinting on like one of the last things, but also something that I do feel is very important, is appointments. So for your appointment booking, I'm not doing online booking right now. My online calendar has currently been closed down. It still is there and it will be reopened, just for the time being. You are not able to book online. Reason being is I did put out yesterday on that personal Facebook page for my clients the step-by-step process of how I'm going to go about rebooking. So when it comes to rebooking, unfortunately, there are going to be some people that get discouraged. There are going to be some people that are angry. I totally get it. It's been 8 weeks and a lot of us need our hair done. A lot of us want to feel pampered. And everybody's needs, every single one of you, are important. And I want you guys to know that. So I'm not favoring anybody over anybody else. I just have to make sure that I'm doing this rebooking process in a very orderly manner. So I'm going to say it bluntly. I love y'all. You guys blew up my phone the last 48 hours. I have hundreds of calls, messages, DMs, texts, all kinds of things, asking about when you can get in, how you can get in, when am I going to start taking people? Here's the deal. My wait list is up. My wait list has been up for 7 weeks. I love y'all. If you're not on it, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait. So I am going to be rebooking the clientele that had an appointment with me on the week of March 15th. You guys are going first. I personally canceled those clients because I did not feel comfortable coming into the salon at the time. It was a very unknown time and we didn't have any information on the virus or how to control, the disinfection. So I am going to please ask that those clients do get that priority. And with that, they will get, reach out individually. I will be reaching out individually to them. They will be able to book with me. They will get that first priority. And then that will get settled. The next step is going to be anybody who gave me deposits up front weeks ago, and my blow dry membership clients. I love y'all. You guys are amazing. I know it's been so hard. A lot of you come see me weekly, so I can only imagine how you feel where it has been 8 weeks without me washing your hair. And you know what? I love you so much. I even have a client, you guys, I love her to death. She has been with me every single week for 6 years, and I have never missed her weekly appointment. So I can only imagine how she feels right now, where it has been 8 weeks without me washing her hair. So God bless y'all. I love you so much. So you guys will be up next. And anybody who gave me and submitted those deposits early on weeks back. Now, I'm not expecting anybody to hop on and give me deposits. I'm actually not even asking for them at this point. These were people that were like, hey, I'm giving you this now. I would like to secure my future appointment, and I'm on the wait list. So those people are on the wait list too. I don't want anyone getting discouraged thinking that because they submitted that or they gave me that they're, bumped up on the list. That's not how it works. I am trying to be extremely fair about it. So they will be going second. And then at that point, that is when that wait list will begin. And I do know that there are several of those clients who are on the wait list. So they will be taken off once their categories are done. And I will be working my way down from there. So at that point, right now, it seems like there's a lot. I got, little email earlier today that I believe there's 53 of you that have been so patient and waiting and are on that list. It seems like that is a lot of clients, but let me tell you, it's going to be a lot more work on my end to try and organize everybody and get you all in the next few weeks once we get that state approval. So at that time, I will be, just going down the list as it says, and how that's going to work is I'm going to contact you. I will say, hey, so-and-so, here is my availability for the week, which my appointments, just side note, are going to be very limited. So I am going to say like, okay, here is the available appointments for this day, this day, this day. Does any of this work for you? Great, book it. If not, sorry, but I have to move on to the next one. Or we have to book a few weeks out and you're just going to have to hang tight. So that is how it's going to work. Also too, I'm not going to be able to answer those, hey, can you fit me in texts right now? I'm not doing it. Because I do feel like there has to be an orderly process, and I hate to be a stickler, but it is what it is. You guys know me. I've always been very open and honest with all of you. I'm not afraid to, speak up. But I love y'all so, so much. Please, 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 if you haven't been on the wait list that's been open for 7 weeks, please add yourself. That is going to be the easiest way for me to respond to you, to book with you. We've all been waiting patiently. And like I said, every single one of you and your needs are important. So I love you guys so much. I am going to repost this letter up if you guys haven't seen it. Please feel free, if you haven't joined my personal client group. It is on Facebook. You can go to my personal page. I just shared it this morning, so it should be up at the top. Go ahead and submit a request, or you can send me a message from this live, and if you're like, hey, here's my Facebook page, we might have to become friends first. So I know some of my clients are only on Instagram, and then I have other clients that are only on Facebook. So if that's the case, please send me a message. We'll get you guys set up so that you can get all of the info and all of the access. And at that point, I think we have pretty much kind of covered everything as far as the reopening process. I will reiterate again, we are not currently open. I'm currently still closed down, but we are waiting for the state approval on that pilot program to push us into phase 3. That does open the salons at 25% capacity. You guys know, obviously being with me, that in the suite we are one-on-one, so that technically that percentage doesn't apply to us specifically. But I do want to mention I am doing everything in my possible power to make sure that everyone is comfortable when you do come to see me, that you feel relaxed, that you feel like you can be there and you can receive your hair service and it's safe and it's clean. And if anybody has any questions or any feelings at all about anything, please reach out to me through Instagram. Honestly, it's probably one of the easier places to reach me right now. As I said, my phone has just been going off the hook for the last 48 hours. So please respond to this live, send me a DM, and at that point I can answer any of your questions, talk to you guys through any of the new procedures and processes that we will be implementing. And also, and lastly, just please, you guys, I know a lot of you personally. I've known you for a long time. I know you guys are good people, but just I want to reiterate, just please, just be respectful of each other right now. Please respect me. I'll respect you. Same thing, little, golden rule things we learned in kindergarten. Just make sure that, we're spreading the love, not the hate. That we are trying to do our best, to keep everything safe and keep everybody healthy. And I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys have been so good to me this entire time. And if anybody, like I said before, has any questions, please reach out to me. I will try my best to answer as best as I can. And yeah, please look out for any, if you guys see it before I see it, please tag me in it, let me know, and I will do my best to just keep you guys updated, okay? So hang tight, we're almost there, we're up next. I will be watching pretty much, I have nothing to do today other than be here at home and watch the TV and watch the news announcements, because I am like waiting on the edge of my seat, and I can feel it in my bones. It's coming, it's almost there, and I just hang tight, guys. I will be here with you, and just maybe I'll see you in a little bit with some even better news. So you guys have a good rest of the day. If I don't hop back on here, everybody have a very safe and happy Memorial Day with your families. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. All right, bye.